Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco, and today I'm going to be showing you my haul from Baltimore Comic-Con a little over a week ago now at this point, as well as some other comics that I've picked up just kind of here recently as well. Baltimore Comic-Con was super cool. The first con I ever went to that was like a comic-focused con, and it was really interesting. Now, granted, I was working there, so I would have had a lot better experience, if I were able to walk around and get all the signatures that I would have wanted to get and all that kind of stuff. But that being said, I do have a lot of stuff. So first, what I'm going to show you is actually the other comics that I've picked up. So we have a Jen Bartel Black Widow variant there. We have a Jen Bartel She-Hulk. This is from Avengers. I don't know who did that one. It's a cool Gambit cover. Is it Land, maybe? It kind of looks like Land. I don't see a signature. I don't know. This one definitely looks like... Yeah, there's a signature. Greg Land Rogue. Which definitely... I don't know. I just don't know where... He usually has a pretty obvious signature, but maybe I'm missing it. I don't know. Anyway. Then we have this really nice Deceased book here. And then I got a Art Adams Strange Academy. Oh yeah, that's Strange Academy #1. This is my very first, the first printing that I've got of this book. Then we have a New Avengers. This is Cho, isn't it, or something? I was kind of shocked to... Yeah, Cho. I'm not used to like seeing such heavy inks and stuff on Frank Cho, but yeah, that's a Cho. This one's super sweet. Malieve, yeah. That's what I was like pretty sure, but Malieve cover there. Very nice Adam Hughes. I want to read this run at some point. It's a Kelly Thompson run. Really nice Art Germ Captain Marvel. We got a Brooks, Avengers, little remote control Vision, kind of fun. Not sure who did this one, but it's a bunch of different versions of Magic, which is super cool. I've actually never seen this cover before. It's on House of X 5. Then we have some really cool Alex Ross stuff. So let's see, this is Avengers 9. Just a gorgeous cover. And then some more. Yeah, we'll go back to back Jane here. Just beautiful, beautiful piece. And then this was a little set, so I went ahead and picked up all that. I really, like, the main one I wanted was the Jane one. But I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and pick it all up. Another really nice Greg Land. We got some Terry Dodson. Some more Adam Hughes. Another Greg Land. I've been wanting this one for a little while. I love this run, King Deadpool. It is a super, super awesome run that I always talk about a lot. I wish went longer than 10 issues. But yeah, really nice cover that I've been wanting. More Dodson. Yeah, Land. Dodson. And then one more Dodson to finish it off. So this is just kind of some random stuff that I picked up. Now, let's actually get into the Baltimore Comic-Con stuff. Before we get into the comics, though, actually, one more thing that this is supposed to be in the random pile. If you haven't seen, I did a YouTube short. Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. So I wanted to go ahead and throw this in here too, but I picked up my first Golden Age DC comic, Rudolph #1, from 1950. Might be the oldest book in my collection, I think. I have another golden... I don't have I think I only have this and one other Golden Age. The other one was given to me by someone, and I don't remember the year on that one. I'd have to go back and I have it in a box somewhere. I have to go back and find it and see what year that one was. But this might be the oldest book in my collection. Okay, now Baltimore Comic-Con stuff. I get these mainly for Chris, but we got some Legos, some different Star Wars ones, and these honestly aren't super good. They're just like a few. I mean, they're like fine, but they're just like some random troopers and stuff. Then I actually found that Lego booth first, and then I found a much better Lego booth, and I could have got a billion things from them. But the coolest thing is they had some Gundam Legos, which we've only seen one other time, and they only had one. This booth had like 5 at first or something. I sent a picture to Chris. Chris wasn't there, it was just me. So I came back to it later, and they only had 3 left, and I bought those 3. And then I bought some other troopers or something, just because they have like a 6 for 20 deal or whatever. And unfortunately, I don't know what happened to those. I set them on a shelf at our booth, and I don't know if somebody stole them or we, tossed them aside by accident or something. But the cooler Legos, unfortunately, are gone. We can't find them. There's a slim chance they could have got packed away into some random box, but I don't think so. So other than that, I think everything else is enamel pins. I got a Yu Yu Hakusho pin, which is the first time I've ever seen a Yu Yu Hakusho. So that was pretty sweet. I had to grab that one. Let's see. I got this Iron Man. And then there's a little pairing piece that goes with it. There were some other ones, but I just picked up Iron Man and Thor. Let's see. Some of these I may end up giving to Chris. Probably like this one for sure. So I picked up some Gundam ones that I thought were cool. This is Death Scythe. Come on. There we go. Which is Chris's favorite Gundam, so I'll probably give that one to Chris. I actually don't know who this one is, so I don't know. Come on. You can do it. Okay. Well, there we go. Well, you got it for a second. And then there's the Zaku, which Chris is also a big fan of Zaku. So, I don't know, but I kind of want some Gundam pins for myself, so I don't know. I'll have to think about it. And then this one's probably actually also for Chris. I don't know. I might keep it. I know Chris loves droids, but I don't know. It's fun. I like it. And I like droids too, dang it. Okay, and then the last 3 pins I got from... I got some stickers too, actually. I got from Babs Tar. She was kind of like an aisle over from my booth. So I picked up... Oops, almost dropped it. I picked up a Poison Ivy, which is super cool. And then I picked up 2... I don't know, demon girls. Little sexy demon girls. There's that one. And then there's this one. And then that's why I remembered that I got stickers, is because I dropped it. Okay, so my sticker from Babs Tar is a little cowboy. I don't know if she's also a demon or what her deal was, but I thought that was a fun one. And then directly across from my booth, like my neighbor, my across the street neighbor, was Rod Race, which he was cool. I got to talk to him a fair bit over the weekend, and he had this really sweet Magic sticker, which y'all know I love Magic, so I had to pick that one up. And then he wasn't near, but I got a sticker from Sway as well, who had another really sweet Magic sticker. This one's pretty huge. I mean, I don't know, here's my phone. It's a big sticker. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I had to grab it. Okay, so let's go into the random comics that I picked up. We got a very nice Dodson again with Wonder Woman. And then I think maybe just... I don't know, is it just 2? I thought I picked up another. Okay, I guess just 2 Adam Hughes Wonder Woman. I thought there was more. There was, probably I saw more and I just didn't grab more or something, you know. I was trying to be somewhat conservative with money on this trip because, again, I just got that recently, so trying to. And I have another hot toy that that came in, and that was also pretty pricey. I got a Young Avengers blank. I couldn't remember if I had this one. I actually haven't checked again, so I don't know. Maybe I haven't had that one before. Maybe not. I have a Agents of Shield hip hop variant, which is super cool. I think there's a lot of cool hip hop variants. I'm not really trying to collect them or anything, but I love Agents of Shield. Coulson's my dude. So I have a friend, Terrence, always here on the channel. He's always looking for America Chavez variants, and they're incredibly hard to find. So, you know, I look when I go to cons and stuff, but most people don't have them. And I actually found a few, and I gave him a couple, but there was one I thought was way too cool, and I had to keep. So I'm sure he's going to be a little jealous. But yeah, I picked up this one for myself, and I just thought this was a sweet cover. I don't know who did this one. That's a second printing, actually, huh? I didn't pay attention. But yeah, this cover is just awesome. So I had to grab that one for myself. And then, so Ryan Stegman was there. I didn't bring. There's a lot of books I could have brought, but I decided not to bring a lot of stuff because, again, I was trying to save money. But then I was like, dang it, I would like to get something signed by Stegman. And so I was able to find this Venom 1. And I bought it on Saturday, and I get my stuff signed by with paint pens. I just think they pop and they look really good. And so I forgot them on Saturday. I left them at the Airbnb on Saturday, so I was like, whatever, I'll bring them tomorrow. And maybe he had paint pens at his table. I don't know. I didn't go check. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll just get them signed tomorrow. And then he didn't show up on Sunday, so. Ended up just buying a Venom 1 for no reason, really, basically, but whatever. The other book that I did end up buying, so again, Rod Race was directly across from us, and I talked to him a few times. It was really cool to get to talk to him and see, he had a ton of, not custom art, but, well, I guess custom art, but, just like actual art pieces, not prints, and he was doing commissions, and it was just really neat. And I was thinking, because if you ever go to a Comic-Con, you've probably seen where there's booths that have a lot of new comics. Like that's what they specialize in is new recent comics. And so I was, counting off the ones in my head. I'm like, well, he did this cover, he did some Blood Hunt stuff and blah, whatever. And so I'm asking around all these different booths because it's a comic-focused con. So there was a few that had a bunch of new stuff, and I'm checking. Nobody has nothing. And ended up going back to this one booth that was pretty big, had a lot of stuff. And I was like, well, do you have any Star Wars? Because he did some cool like Vader covers and some other covers and stuff. And he's like, yeah, they're on the ground. And he's like, I got like 10 or so boxes. I don't know how many it was because I got about through like 8 or so. And at this point, it's about time to go back to the booth. It's time to work because we get there early, get there a couple hours early, look at stuff. And then it's time to work when everyone else is allowed to come in. And so I get through like 8 boxes, something like that. I'm looking through, and it's just like unorganized chaos. It's just Star Wars, just all kinds of various Star Wars titles over the years. And I'm like, I guess I gotta go back. And I'm like, let me finish up this last box. And I found this sweet one, which is a great one to get. And I don't think I have this one. So it was a sweet one to add to the collection. But Darth Maul #1, which is a great cover he did. And then I had him sign it. And I need to put it in a new bag because it had like a sticker on it. I took it off and it has some residue. So that's just on the bag, not on the comic. But awesome cover. Probably one of the best covers he ever did. He said that's one of his favorites. But yeah, it's a sweet book. And I was happy to get something signed by him. Especially, I don't know, when you talk to somebody and you kind of get to know them, it's like an even cooler experience. And I don't know. And then the other 2 books I got signed, I have plenty of Art Adams, but I was like, again, I'm trying to be restrictive and not spend too much money, so I'm just going to bring a couple. And so I brought Strange Academy 13, because again, magic is my girl. And I think the green definitely super popped on that one. And the green was also pretty cool on this one. This is the big one I had to get signed. My Godzilla 70th anniversary, 1 in 50. Had to get this one signed. And I love that there is that giant spot that was really good for a signature there. So that's my haul. I'm pretty happy with it. I will probably make another video that's somewhat related, because I had to get a CGC reholder because I had a damaged case, and I think I want to make a video talking about that experience. So that's all I got though for today. I'd love to know what you thought about any of the stuff that I picked up. Again, I there's so much, I would have loved to pick up more stuff. I almost got another hot toy. I will tell this story real quick. I have this terrible tendency of just being extremely unlucky. And so I'm looking at this booth, they have quite a few hot toys there. And I'm looking at them, and there's some that are like kind of cool, but just don't quite fit what I want to do. They didn't really have any Star Wars. It was mainly Marvel ones, and I'm not really trying to collect Marvel ones. Every now and then there'll be one that's really cool. And so, spoiler, the hot toy that I just got in is an Iron Man one. And so I'm looking at this wall, and I do see a War Machine. I'm like, that might look pretty cool with it, though, to have, Iron Man and War Machine. And because right now I have like a comic-y Iron Man hot toy. I have Ghost Rider from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Chris has Moon Knight from the show. And I think that's all the Marvel hot toys we have. Mainly Star Wars. And so I'm like, maybe I will get this War Machine. But the box, has a picture of it. But it's like a close-up of just like his torso and head. It's like a bust, basically, looking on the image, and I'm trying to see, like, they see me, because it's kind of slow at this time, that's when I have a moment to walk away from the booth. It's kind of slow, and I'm looking, and they see me, like, I'll pull out my phone, that's what it is. And I think they thought I was, like, price checking, which is common. But what I'm trying to do is just figure out, like, what War Machine this is from, like, what movie it's from, and stuff like that. Because I just don't have a good image on it. And they're like, okay, well, we can open it. And again, if you haven't watched one of my hot toy unboxing videos or seen a hot toy or whatever, they just have like a slip cover. I don't know what that was. Anyway, there's like a slip cover thing you pop off and you can, get a good look at the figure. And my main thing was, there's a lot of cool War Machines, but I wanted like the Iron Man 2 kind of War Machine with the big long minigun barrel and stuff like that. I really like that one, and it would have fit well with the Iron Man that I haven't unboxed yet. And so that's kind of more or less what I wanted to know. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll open it. And then she's like, oh, actually, I got this sheet, with all the... Again, they had a bunch of hot toys, so they had the sheet that had all the names with all the prices and everything. So, and she's like, the thing should tell you on the sheet, what movie it's from. And she's pulling it out and going through, and then she kind of stops and she's like looking around. She's like, not talking to me at this point, talking to her other associates. And she's like, someone grossly mispriced that hot toy. And it was about like 200, I think like 209 or 206. It was like a weird number. Which at that point, I don't know how much. If I thought about it a little bit more, I probably would have been like, oh yeah, that's actually a really good price, because the Iron Man hot toys they always do are die cast, which make them more expensive. And so she looks at it and she's like, yeah, that's like a $400 hot toy. Or like $300, so it's like almost $400. And I'm like, oh, well, I wasn't really looking to spend that. And I, genuinely meant that. Like I said, wasn't really trying to spend a bunch of money, but I was like, oh man, a War Machine would look cool. I can do a couple $100. That'll be fine, like, I can do it. And then yeah, so it got repriced, and I didn't leave with a War Machine. And now I kind of really want the War Machine, so I don't know. We'll see. But that's my story of almost getting lucky, even though I didn't realize it, and then it was gone before I realized. See, it's the thing. If I'd known, maybe I could have just like grabbed it. I have another story that always breaks my heart about how I almost got a price variant Star Wars #2, and they took it out of my hands and be like, "Oh yeah, that's not that price." And I was like, "Oh well, dang." But that's the short version of it. Same premise, you know. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm sure people have heard it before. But that's all. Again, let me know what you think about any of the stuff that I picked up. What was your favorite thing, or if you did go to Baltimore? I met I not met. I mean, I've met him before, but I got to see Justin Birch again, so that was cool. I think that's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.